AWL Wiffle Ball Podcast. Today with me, I have Jacob Erickson. The commissioner himself is joining us today. We got Abram Lee. We're bringing him back. We got Josiah Nichols. And, of course, we have Mason Brook and myself. Our first topic today, we are going back to hot and cold. Who is hot right now? Who is cold right now? Who wants to start us?
I'll start.
Jacob Erickson.
Yeah, so I think for hot players right now, kind of biased, but I think Josiah Nichols, super hot right now, pitched phenomenally these past two games. Third game, we were kind of going back and forth on who was going to start, me or Josiah, and I think Josiah really showed out game two and wanted to keep him in just because he was hot. And cold right now, I think Landon obviously didn't have a great day today. I think he's been pretty cold all season, though. I think if he can turn it on, I think the Storm team could be a lot better, but that's what I got.
I agree with Jacob on the cold part. I don't want to diss on my teammate or anything, but if he could get it together, we could have a great team. But on the hot topic, Mason Brook, this guy coming in with potentially one of the best pitching performances in the league, and honestly just wins the series against the Storm with a phenomenal performance.
Yeah. One thing I want to add is I think someone who was cold was Logan. Just in the past podcast, there's had been some hate towards him, and I think he's just kind of bounced back in the series against the Storm, and he made some good plays. He had a walk-off homer. That was huge, and I think if he stays hot, then the Waves could be a problem.
They could. They honestly could.
Josiah here. I'm gonna say, adding to the cold part, I think Mason is a great. I'm not for the cold part. For the hot part, Mason's a good answer. But for cold, I'm gonna put Levi out there just because after his home runs, he's really just been going downhill. There's potential trade talk, even banning in the league. So that's what I'm saying.
All right, yeah. Next topic is who is the best team in season 3 right now? Who looks like they're going to be the most dominant team? I'm just going to start us off. It's definitely the Storm. They look really good right now. Not even Abram has been playing well, but we've seen better. We have seen better. Landon has not been playing great. Cherry's been playing off and on. If they all put it together, oh man, look out. Because they have a tied for first record right now. They've been playing fine, beating teams, but if they all put it together, I don't see them losing. They're just such a dominant hitting team. What, you see them losing?
Yeah, I think the best team in the league is the Avalanche.
Okay.
And I think the combination of Jacob's pitching's been great this season so far, and Joe's just always solid getting on base, great number 2 for pitching, and I think their X factor might be Caleb Solomon, who we've heard the kid might be able to play.
Yeah,
so
your team had trouble with them, didn't they? Your team had trouble with them.
We didn't have trouble with you. We did not have trouble with. Okay.
Yeah, so I think on that topic, I think if we're going between the Avalanche and the Storm, I think that the thing that makes the Avalanche stand out is just our grit through hard times. We haven't seen the Storm.
We haven't had hard times yet.
We had in game one.
You're gonna have some hard times coming up soon. You face the Storm.
Yeah, I haven't seen the Storm just go through that extra inning stuff yet, so I'm excited to see how they deal with that. But I'm also really excited to verse them next series against them. So it'll be interesting to see who comes out on top and what that affects via the standings.
So you are the leader of the Avalanche, yes?
Yes.
What do you say? You say you have a game that Jose isn't pitching hot, you're not doing your greatest. Your team kind of falls apart at the seams, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, so...
Because the hitting...
Okay, so a thing I have to say to that is before the season started and right after we did the draft, I went to Caleb Solomon's house and we practiced a little bit before he went on his trip and stuff like that. And his pitching has a lot of signs of hope. I think it's I was pitching with him and he was finding the drop ball movement. He had the slider down. So I think that even if Joseph and I don't do well, which I highly doubt that we won't, I just think that Caleb Solomon, the hitter that he is, and I think he can also pitch a little bit too. But I'm excited to see him play in his first series, next series hopefully, and I'm excited to see what's next, but yeah, that's what I got.
Wow. That's a sneak peek at the next rookie, Josiah.
All right. Let's start off with what Cherry said. I know he's talking about they weren't playing good and they're still tied with the first seed, but I just don't think that's true. I think they've all been playing very solid. Landon had like 1 or 2 bad games today, and one of his games was okay. Not last series. He played okay last series. He played good. Cherry played great. You played great today hitting. You had
4 strikeouts.
You had 3 home runs.
So 4 strikeouts is like bad.
Okay, 1 strikeout is 1/3 of an inning. Like if you just get a home run and then protect and then do good pitching, you win the game. I just don't see a way that the Storm is going to win a series against us. With Caleb Solomon adding to our team, we'll see him pitch, we'll see him hit. He's a lefty, so yeah. I just don't see a way.
I agree to disagree to that. I think that there could not be a more even team than the Storm and the Avalanche. I think we both have our assets. They obviously have better pitching, the Avalanche do, but the Storm, I think, trumps in hitting. And I think it's going to come down to how Caleb Solomon performs in the series on Monday. Back to you, Cherry.
All right, everyone good?
Yeah, I think-
Our next segment is possible trades. Also woven in possible banning of players, okay? This last game was a little wild for Levi Roy.
Yeah.
There's been some talk that we want to ban him from the league.
I said Joe's talks about it. Because he was pitching.
Yeah, Jost was pitching. What are your thoughts? Well, do we want to do trades or ban first?
Let's do trades first.
I'll talk about the trade talk.
Okay,
Just
trade
about Levi. Just about Levi potentially. Honestly, I just don't think any team wants Levi. I'm sorry. I don't think he.
Brand new. Logan
All right,
wants Levi.
Oh,
That's what he said.
Justin!
Justin! Logan Level wants Levi.
To trade for Levi.
What are the potential
brand
trade?
new.
What is the
A minute
potential
ago.
trade? What is the trade? Has he talked about any players that he wants to be trading?
I mean,
It's not-
who
it's-
would be the person he'd trade him for?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Logan said he wanted Levi.
He's trading me. He's trading me.
Oh.
He said if I hit right,
Nathaniel
All right.
offered Levi for me earlier, and Logan declined it.
Yo, switch.
I'm getting traded.
All right. Back on topic. All right. So this is breaking news. This changed everything. This changes everything. So now we have some potential.
Can you just quote yourself like 5 seconds earlier? I don't think a team would ever.
I did not see that coming at all.
left field.
I'd say it's a pretty bold move from Logan, but I do have to say we did see signs of hope from Levi. We know he has the power. We know he has the capability of doing what he can do. I'm interested to see how this plays out, though. I'm interested to see what Logan does, what the Waves, what the Cobras do, and yeah, I'm just interested to see how that all plays out. But even if he does get traded, it'll be interesting to see the team chemistry between just Levi and the Waves, if that happens, or whatever it is. I'm just looking forward to seeing how it plays out.
The thing I'm confused about is Logan's known as like one of the smarter kids in our grade. And after seeing this trade possibility, I'm just really starting to question his IQ because, I mean, I guess Levi could be a good asset, but I don't think the Waves need him. I don't think the Waves really want him. I think it's just Logan going out on a whim. But other trade possibilities, I don't think there's many. I think potentially the Storm could get an offer for like one of their absent players, like Shaw or Mateo, but I don't think any other team will want him.
If the Cobras do get Reed, though, they'd add some pitching, which I think they need. So it could be good for both teams.
True.
Yeah, just adding on to that too. It kind of comes down to who is the better hitter between Reed and Levi. I think that's the only trade that would actually go through. Because honestly, the Waves already have some good pitching. Sam, he doesn't really come a lot, but he is a pretty good pitcher. And then yeah.
All right, next segment. Do we want to ban anyone? Actually, let's ask the commissioner. Anyone in mind?
You shouldn't talk to me because I'm going to say no.
You're going to say no?
I'm going to say no.
All right.
But is that what you think? You're just going to say it.
That's what I think.
Luckily, it's not his decision.
Let's just say this: you have to ban someone. Who are you banning?
This gets controversial.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, this is.
We're putting you in a corner here, and if you want to back out, just say so.
No,
I think. Wait,
there's a clear
yeah.
answer.
So I think
Really?
you look at attendance. You look at people who's come and who hasn't come.
That's fair.
And what Mateo's come to none.
No,
Ban him.
He's coming to one. I think Mateo's coming to one, and I think that would change a lot for. Well, not that much, but it would change the way that the Storm go throughout their draft strategies next draft. And if I had to say one, it'd be that just because of attendance. But yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of uncontroversial.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we have more? Last topic?
All-star players.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You got 2 teams. Okay, the last podcast we talked about an all-star game. There would be 2 teams, 3 players on each team, or 4?
4, I think.
4?
4.
So we got 8 guys that are going to be in the all-star game. Who are those 8 guys? I'm just going to say who I think they will be. Jacob, Cherry, Mason, Switzer, Josiah, Abram, Kaufman, and Logan.
I think that's pretty consensus. I agree with
Everyone agrees?
I agree with that.
that. Unless someone
Are we,
is
are we
a
mandating
crazy.
that it's 2 per team?
Oh, yeah. What would the teams be?
Yeah.
What would the divisions be? Who would be East and West?
I do have to say if we have a people that can't come or like something comes up, like we can have like alternatives for people that can come in. And so I think I see it as it's an early season, played like 4 series, so I think that we have to see how the rest of the season plays out. But I think what you said is pretty accurate. But I still also you're gonna be pretty far down the road, so we'll see.
So talking this is not like a East and West game. This is an all-star game. So would we do captains so that they can pick their own teams? So like we would do captain
Like the
1,
NBA.
captain 2. It doesn't have to be from their team, but they can just pick and choose out of the 6 other players. Would we ever consider doing that?
Possibly.
Potentially.
Potentially.
I was also thinking like maybe we have the captain from each team pick a representative from their team, and then you either combine the Storm and the Cobras, or the Storm and the Avalanche, or the Storm and the Waves, or however it works out. Whichever team's the most fair, and then we can just decide from there.
One way to make it fair, maybe we could do like the All Stars from Team 1 and the All Stars from Team 4 versus the All Stars from Teams 2 and 3. Just kind of like you would do in a playoffs, but I don't know. Maybe that can make it fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about it. We want one more topic for the viewers. Top 5 players in the league right now.
Here we go.
Let's try to keep this short. Let's go. Who wants to start?
I just want to get over it.
All right, Jacob. We've all been wanting Jacob's top 5 for a while. He's put it in the shadows.
Ourselves.
Of course we're ranking ourselves. This
Yes,
is
Jacob.
tomfoolery.
All right. So, like the guys have said, I usually don't do rankings, and I'm not a huge fan of them. But if I had to do one, it would probably look something like this: me number 1, Cherry number 2, Mason number 3, and then we get into the controversial stuff.
Wow.
So, I think people have been saying that Nathaniel's number 4, or number 5, or whatever it is. I just think that today he just didn't play great. He hit one home run that really helped out the Cobras in game 1 to walk it off. But I think that Josiah's shown a lot of promise, and I think that he's number 4.
Wow.
I think that Josiah's number 4. And then probably either.
Switzer's not even top 5. Number 5.
I think it's Switzer. And then I think we get into like Eli and then Reed, and then we just get into the other stuff. But I think that's mine.
Is Logan a close 6th?
Yeah, Logan, Joe's, Eli. Logan and Eli kind of all up in that 6 area.
Yeah.
Yep.
Jose, is your top 5 the same? No. If it is, I'm gonna ban you.
All right. So, I do not think this is. I don't think this is going to be a pretty reaction, but in my opinion,
He's gonna put me at 3. I know it.
I'm going Jacob Mason. I'm going Jacob Mason. I'm sorry. I have to. Cherry, your pitching is just horrible. I'm sorry. Cherry, your pitching is bad. It's been bad. It's been bad the 2 series. It's been bad.
the opposite.
No,
My
it's
hitting
been
has
bad.
been off. I've
No.
never had this many strikeouts in this amount of games.
I'm sorry.
I let up 2 runs against Mason.
I just disagree. I just disagree. I think Mason's pitching has just been so good, and his hitting is just consistently solid. I'm sorry. I'm gonna put myself at 4 and Nathaniel at 5.
All right, this is my top 5, and I think it's right now. As of today, it goes Cherry, Mason, Jacob, Josiah, Switzer.
So you put yourself above Jacob now.
I do.
What
I
has
know,
changed?
Jacob. I respect you greatly, and you struck me out a lot last series. You did, but based on today, I think I.
Oh, he's taking the phone away from Mason.
Okay, so
Howard's
last podcast, I heard it, I listened to it, took note of it. I'm pretty sure it was Mason that said, someone that said that if next series will solely depend on where we rank you, depending on your performance on the mound and at the plate.
One more series where he goes off, I'll give him number 1.
Based on today, I would say that I had a pretty solid series. I battled in the first game, pitched 6 solid innings. I let up 1 home run to Switzer that ended up costing the game, but I'd say I pitched pretty well. Had a ton of strikeouts, and then game 3, I hit back-to-back home runs. And so I think that I took what Mason said, and I made note of it, and I don't know what that.
You're on his list, Mason.
But
I don't think he downgraded at all from last week.
Jacob,
But I think Mason upgraded.
I'm not disagreeing. I just said I went from going terrible last year, but I think it was a good series for me, and I think
Without a doubt.
it's close.
Number 1.
It's close.
I think you gotta have one more good series.
It's apples and oranges, but
I'm
putting myself above right now.
On a controversial note, I actually want to put Mason Brook at number 1. Due to the most recent pitching series, I mean, he just trumps Cherry. I think Cherry deserves slot 2 solely because of his hitting, but I think Jacob and Cherry are on a very tight rope. Like,
shouldn't a football player be an all-around thing, not like one?
Whoa, what security?
security, get him out! Who is this? And then, following up the Cherry and Jacob very tight 2nd and 3rd, I'm going to have to put Switzer at 4th and Josiah at 5th. But Logan and Josiah, I think, are very close.
Okay, hold on. Can I get my list, guys? Gosh. All right.
Horrible list.
It's the same list. Cherry, Mason, Jacob, Switzer, Josiah. Oh, I'm sorry. You do not deserve 4th yet.
Can I plead my case?
No, Jos, let me talk.
Joe's why
Okay,
you deserve
whoa.
4th?
What is happening? We are stealing your
I'll let Cherry talk for a minute.
Okay. The reason I'm not going to defend my case, Mason's case, and Jacob that much. I think that still top 3 is fine. Yeah, but the reason Switzer's better than you is he's throwing you meatballs, right? 2 miles per hour, and you can't get a hit on him.
I got on base every single time against
No,
him.
you did not get on base every
I
single
did.
time.
Yes,
No.
I did.
You had great
Maybe one
pitching
pop
today.
out, one
You had
pop out.
great pitching today.
That's
You
just
did.
not true, though.
But
That's just
Switzer, when we were playing him against the Cobras, Storm Cobras, he went like 10 for 10 calmly, just drilling the baseball. And you just don't do that.
Who?
You.
No, who drilled the pitches?
Switzer.
Oh, okay. Can I plead my case then?
No.
Oh, wait.
Jacob will plead for you.
Yeah, so I have 2 things to say. Number 1, I wouldn't say I'm on a tightrope. I wouldn't say Mason's on a tightrope. I wouldn't say you're on a tightrope at all. I think we're all playing really good wiffle ball across the board. Because I know everyone was saying that we're on a tightrope.
Yeah.
So I think that these last 2 series have been great for all of us, and I wouldn't say that any of us are like downgrading based on the performances that we've had. I would say that only we're upgrading. So I would say, and then that's my second point is
Too positive.
and then the second point, I would say that going back to the Josiah and Switzer thing, I would say going at bat wise, I would say Switzer got like 0 hits off Josiah. Josiah was locking him down on the slider, throwing heat, top left corner. And I think it just carved up Switzer, and Switzer just wasn't in the right mind when he was going up against Joe. So I think that Joe's is a better football player right now. So, yeah.
He definitely played better today. That's
I
for
just want to say one more. Just say one.
sure.
Okay, just about me and Nathaniel. I think it really we could switch at any point, depending on how well my pitching goes or how well his hitting goes. So I'm gonna say it's I would honestly put me and him on the same line, just because it really depends on what we're doing good and what we're doing bad that day. That's all I have to say.
The thing about it is, like, in the first game of the series today, I was just thinking, like, does Jose even deserve a top 5 slot? Because I was thinking of how Logan was playing. And in this series today, he did pretty well. Good pitching, decent hitting. But when I saw Jose's hitting, it was like practically a strikeout every at bat. So I was just kind of confused, like, where to put him, 5, 6. So I'm just thinking, like, even Logan could get thrown into the mix for the 5 spot. But I'm still going to hold strong with Switzer at 4 and Josiah at 5.
All right, so we're gonna close with this. Oh shoot. Okay, we're gonna close with this. The top 3 players in the league, not in any order. Jacob, Mason, Cherry. I think Jacob's destroying the pitching game right now. Just phenomenal. Mason's just firing on both ends, and then Cherry's hitting well. I think that's all we have to say for this.
About that.
Oh, well, I think I'm better than both of you. All right, good. Are we good?
Have a wiffle day.
Have a wiffle day. Cheers, the best.